There are 8 absolutely ingenious and super simple tricks for separating eggs in no time at all. I couldn't believe how easy it is with the following tricks. Before we get to some really crazy tricks, I have the most common ones for you. We'll use the eggshell itself. Crack the edge of the egg and split it down the middle, as you can see here. Now you should always tip the egg yolk from one shell into the other. This will cause the egg white to run down the side. Keep doing this until you eventually only have the yolk left, which you can then pour into an extra bowl. The whole thing doesn't just work with the eggshell, you can also do it with your hands. To do this, crack the egg and then place it completely in your hand. Now you should open your fingers slightly so that the egg white can flow through, but the yolk remains on your hand. This also separates the egg white from the yolk, and you can now put the yolk in a separate bowl somewhere. If this is a little too unappetizing for you, you could use a sieve like this, for example. Because here too, you just have to put the whole egg in. The egg white will now drain through the small, fine holes at the bottom if you shake it back and forth a little. The yolk remains at the top, and you can put it somewhere to one side. Because there are very small, fine meshes here, it doesn't work so well, of course. It works even better if we have larger gaps. A spatula like this is also suitable for this. You can simply place the egg on top. And as long as the yolk remains intact, it can simply remain on top while the egg white continues to slide down. And you can separate it perfectly this way too. Before I show you 3 incredibly crazy products for separating eggs, I have this one for you. Because did you know that you can simply put the egg in a small bowl to separate it and then get it out with just your fingers? But you need another tool for this. This is garlic. All you have to do is take a clove of garlic, remove the skin from it, and then rub it between your thumb and forefinger. You may also need to cut the garlic clove so that a lot of the garlic clove sticks to your fingers. Now rub the cut surface a few times. Then in most cases you can simply grab and lift the egg yolk with your thumb and forefinger and move it to another place. However, if the egg is already too old, it may break in the process. Then you have to lift it with all your fingers at the same time to separate it from the egg white. Before I show you the easiest trick for me, let's talk about these products. This part is something that you can clamp an egg between here at the top. The fine blades at the bottom here cut it open when you press the lever. This means you press, the knife hits the egg, opens it, and it is pulled apart. There is also a small container that you can clamp underneath so that you can separate the egg white from the yolk. Another good idea is this snot nose. It looks a little strange, and all you have to do is crack an egg into the top and tip it forwards. The egg white should now run out through the small openings on the nose and the yolk stays inside. Unfortunately, it didn't work so well for me. This chicken, which has an opening at the bottom, is slightly better. All you have to do is squeeze it, hold it over the yolk, let go, and it will now be sucked down into the stomach. You can hold it at an angle and let it out again at another point. I link all the products in the video description below. However, there is a much better method, namely a normal PT bottle. All you have to do is squeeze it a little, hold it over the egg yolk, let go so that it is sucked up into the bottle, and then you can let it out again in another place by squeezing the bottle. This is another perfect way to separate your egg yolk. Be sure to let me know in the comments below which method you found best. And if you don't have your salt in your closet yet, you really must try this trick. You can find out exactly how it works in the video, which you can now see on the screen. Click directly on it.